Allegations of pushbacks, human rights violations, and at least 8 deaths. At the EU's external borders with Belarus, in both Poland and Lithuania, the idea of Fortress Europe appears to be back. Migrants and asylum seekers embarking on this new migration route to the bloc are ending up trapped between frontiers. According to one MEP who has just returned from the region, it's something likely to worsen if countries continue to push back migrants from their borders.
Hungary is now the only one who has legalized the so-called pushbacks. There are already a number of judgments from the Court of Justice making clear this is absolutely a violation of EU law. And now the Commission should really be tough and consistent towards those 3 countries, because it's Lithuania, it's Poland, and Latvia has adopted the same legislation. If the European Commission does not act upon it, I'm really afraid that we may end up in more member states adopting the same policies.
The new influx from Belarus is drawing comparisons to the 2015 migrant crisis, when thousands came across the Mediterranean, leaving deep divisions in Europe ever since. Aiming to deal with future waves, the European Commission came up with a new pact on migration and asylum 1 year ago. But opposition has stalled it, and MEPs are now getting ready to propose their changes to it.
Whatever happens with the pact, in the meantime, member states are not operating in a legal vacuum. They have clear obligations under international law and under EU law. So the flagrant lack of compliance and the tolerance of violations, particularly at the borders, is highly concerning. It's also relevant because if the pact is eventually adopted, it would face the same challenges when it comes to implementation if measures are not taken now to address those problems.
With an agreement on the pact remaining elusive, problems at the EU's external borders in Eastern Europe persist. For Brussels, the short-term solution is not to fund barbed wire and walls as some leaders demand, but rather keep up the pressure on President Lukashenko's regime in Belarus. Chris for Pictures Euronews, Brussels.